Last week it was Here Comes the Money. Shane McMahon made his WWE return to confront Kane. This week it was Here Comes the Pain, but it wasn't Brock Lesnar, it was Shane McMahon with his Mike Tyson-esque real punches that busted open both Eric Bischoff and the Big Red Machine. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling, and Kane may be the Big Red Machine, but there was certainly red coming out of his mouth because he was on the end of a few Shane McMahon punches, and you could argue that at least Shane was making it look real, but I would argue that every time he punches somebody, no matter if he likes them, hates them, dislikes them, doesn't know them, they always seem to end up a little bit bloody. Somebody ought to tell Shane how to throw a working punch, but then again, when he's willing to risk his life and put his body on the line, you know, what's a few cuts and bruises?
He came from McMahon's grapefruits. No one's going to tell Shane how to throw a work punch, but it's weird. He throws these punches, they don't
look shit.
Yeah, they don't look particularly great, but I tell you what, though, does it matter? See if Mike Tyson's punches look shite, but they got the job done, would anyone care?
Probably not, but I think if you're going to be busted open, you probably want to be busted open for a punch that actually looks pretty good. Yeah. Not these shitty punches that Shane McMahon throws.
Bischoff busted nose, Kane busted lip. I mean, he didn't even punch Bischoff for that long.
No, anyway, a couple was enough to do Bischoff in. I mean, Bischoff's the one with the black belt, but Shane McMahon, he's got the red belt. Anything he touches.
What's the worst belt in punches? Because that's what Shane McMahon's got.
Yeah,
he was pulling none though.
If it bleeds, we can kill it. That's what Arnold said about the Predator, and maybe that's what Shane says about everybody that he gets into a fight with. Anyway, we kick off the show with Shane McMahon. Bischoff comes out, basically tells Shane, I'm going to have to ask you to leave here because you can't be in the building. It's for your own good. Vince McMahon gave the order. But Vince McMahon's not here, so Shane is not going to leave, and Bischoff's like, I'm trying to be nice about this. You can leave the easy way or the hard way. Shane's going to choose the hard way. But before he gets a chance to leave, Austin comes out, and Austin's like, I agree with Eric Bischoff. What? Austin's going to get, but then he's like, nah, fuck it, actually. Shane McMahon, you want to fight tonight, and since you can't fight Kane, why don't you fight this guy right here, the black belt? So Austin makes the match. It's going to be Eric Bischoff versus Shane McMahon in the main event of Monday Night Raw. And I know the Dave Meltzer of this world will fucking hate this, but for me, that's a good main event. No disqualification.
Yeah, Shane McMahon against Eric Bischoff. It's something we'd never seen before. And it's two personalities going against each other, man. Honestly, see Bischoff, ever since he returned, see, anytime he's been in like physical segments or matches, he's always delivered, and Shane's always delivered. So I don't see what the fucking problem with this is. People greeting, but would you rather Rob Conway versus Mark Jindrak in the main event, or Shane McMahon versus Bischoff?
Shane versus Bischoff. It's the guy that used to own WCW versus the guy that bought it.
Well, yeah.
WCW on a pole match, brother.
Lawler, he's putting over how it's so much a dream match during the Rene Dupree and Bubba Ray Dudley. Yo, is Rene Dupree and Dudley a better wrestling match? Yeah. But is it better?
But I'm just not invested in Bubba Ray versus Rene Dupree. No. I'm invested in Eric Bischoff versus...
Now, Devon thought JR was back, so he went down to ringside for this, instead of being on the commentary desk like last week. But JR's no back, it's still the coach. When are they going to put the fire out on JR's arse so he can come back?
I think he might be back next week.
Because see the coach... He's not cutting my mustard, is he?
I'll give it a couple more weeks. I think we're getting JR back.
I know the coach is going to turn soon, but...
JR's got to be back for SummerSlam. He has to be.
He's got to do it, but...
That's got to be JR.
That's got to be.
No, but you know when that music hits me, you talk about pops. Dun 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 dun. You know JR's going to get a massive one.
No, yeah, and JR deserves to get a massive one because he's the fucking greatest commentator that ever lived by a country mile. But Devon, who might not think that, cracks Rene Dupree over the head with the flagpole. Bubba bomb, 1, 2, 3, bang bang, good night. There you go. Match only lasted a couple of minutes. Only lasted what it needed to. Evolution is in the back. Triple H is like, oh, I've got a badly pulled groin here. Bischoff comes in panicking. Oh, I've got a proposition for you, Triple H. So obviously Bischoff's going to enlist the help of Evolution, while Triple H gets a favour in return regarding his match against Goldberg. And apparently on the Australia tour. We got a wee recap of that. Christian battered Booker T on that. He left him
He left him down under.
He left him in a pile of dreadlocks down under. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, Christian putting it to Booker T and also making fun of Rosie. You're just a piece of shit. And didn't really rate the Hurricane that much either. So tonight we're getting the Hurricane versus Christian. Even the mid-card guys, lower mid-card guys, jobber guys were great in this era.
Well, Randy Orton versus Scott Steiner. Orton says for the match, no one wants to see Stacey Keebler's nipples, they want to see mine.
Boo! I mean, Orton's a good looking guy, but come on, read the room, Randy, for fuck's sake.
Play the game, son.
I mean, people get to, people get to see your nipples every time they turn the TV on. They're there. Stacey's are like a fucking commodity, you know, they're like...
Can Gunther no cut these promos?
No.
Nobody wants to see Nia Jax's nipples. They want to see Gunther's.
I can guarantee you nobody turned up there to see Orton's nipples.
Well, I tell you, there was a row of women, normal looking women, may I add, in the front row going ballistic when he won.
No, there was, and women.
That sums up wrestling then. No, you don't get that.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm going to argue that even if these women were 100% straight, they'd probably rather have a look at Stacey's because they just don't get to see hers.
Oh yes, absolutely. But
you know,
I do also. It's not like Orton said this is a heel thing to say, but it's not like the crowd shat on it as much as you would probably think they would have shat on it.
No, like half the women were like, "Aye, sure, we like you, Randy."
Now, if like Gene Snitsky with yellow teeth.
I honestly reckon if Randy Orton said this today, man, I reckon half the guys in the crowd would be fucking cheering.
Yeah,
Randy. Yeah, Randy. We don't want to see Stacey's nipples. It's all about you and Gunther's nipples. We love your nipples anyway.
Test came out. Orton. Randy hits the RKO on Steiner. 1, 2, 3.
I thought it was one of the poorest RKOs, but probably because it takes Steiner that long to get down to the fucking floor. So.
Yeah. You know what, man? I think it's just unfortunate what's happened to Steiner. But yeah, I'll say it's a good thing because he goes to TNA and has a pretty good end of his career.
Yeah, you know what? WWE just never allowed the guy on the mic enough, and maybe they feared what he would say on the mic.
I know. I don't understand why they didn't though, because I thought McMahon would love that.
Yeah.
No, Steiner's really unlucky. I mean, he got it in WCW, but I think Steiner in like 98, 99 WWE. Could have been fucking massive.
Yeah, definitely.
But he got it in WCW, but that was towards the end of WCW where it was, let's face it, dead.
Yeah, kind of dying. I would have loved to have seen Steiner light up the mic in this period, but just for one reason or another, it didn't happen.
Factor in WCW guys coming in. We're not really going to put you over. It is what it is. We've got Rosie wearing some street clothes. He's like, right, Hurricane, I'm ready to be a superhero. That's when Christian came in and said, I left him in a heap of dreadlocks.
Aye, we've discussed this already. You jumped the gun.
I did jump the gun, but well, technically I just said about Christian because we were in Australia. But an Australia tour, there you go. And Hurricane goes, holy shit, because there's a box with shit labelled at the front of it. And this guy obviously looks like Roman Reigns because it's his brother. But this is modern wrestling in a box. Big bag of shite.
Yeah, then Bischoff recruits Rodney Mack to help him against Shane, but Austin comes in and it's like, really? Rodney Mack's the best you've got? Shane McMahon's not just any old white boy.
Yeah, but it's like, you're getting Evolution, now you're getting Rodney Mack. It's like, fuck, talk about that. Where's Terry Long? What's in it for the black man player?
Yeah, then we get Hurricane versus Christian. Christian picks up the win over the Hurricane, then Rosie comes out at the end and makes the save wearing one of the shittest looking DIY costumes you could probably ever find.
He's not wearing that coach, is he?
And he hits like a side slam on Christian, and then Rosie and Hurricane celebrate. So it looks like Rosie is officially the superhero in training, and now he's got his own uniform as well. So
I like this. This was fun. I mean, Christian, yeah, he's went for winning the IC belt to this, but we'll take it. Kane arrives in the police van.
The paddy wagon.
I know. Coach just comes out with some shite. I know it is see the paddy wagon. That's what like Family Guy would say about like the Brits.
Yeah.
Oh, the paddy wagon.
You're trying to put this over as like a serious. I don't know.
He's in that, like JR, I'd be like, he's in that reinforced fucking SWAT van.
Yeah, bulletproof.
Aye, reinforced steel. 7 tons of reinforced. No, the
surrounded by barbed wire.
The paddy wagon.
Unpenetrable, but nah, paddy wagon.
Tell you what, it wouldn't be the worst time Coach held all night.
Right, we then get Ric Flair versus Goldberg. Triple H is on commentary. The match doesn't last that long because Randy Orton comes down and attacks Goldberg. And then Triple H is like, you thought that wasn't fair, then you're going to want to see this. Triple H makes his way down to the ring.
What about he fucking asked Coach if he wanted to massage his bad groin?
Oh, actually, yeah, that's true.
That's a bit gay.
Yeah, I mean,
not a bit.
I mean, at this stage, I'm not surprised.
Yo,
nothing Triple H does surprises me anymore.
See, in 2003, this is funny because he's like, oh, Coach, that's the best offer you've ever had. But see, looking at this with hindsight, 20 odd years later, it's like, what way did Triple H swing?
Yeah, but you know what? That guy in the green shirt, he's a homo. But I think this is even weird. It's like, why would Triple H even want Coach to do it?
Yeah.
It's a bit. You're supposed to believe this is evolution. They go backstage, they're hanging out with all these hot women.
Yeah, but now he wants Coach.
Why would Triple H want fucking Coach to put his hands anywhere near his groin?
I don't understand it, man. Weird. Ends in a DQ. I mean, it was fun. I mean, Triple H. But I just think Triple H feels like a jobber, folks. I've been saying this for weeks. He does not feel like the world champion.
Yeah, then we get Shawn Michaels making the save. Then Jericho comes out and he attacks Michaels. And then Nash comes out to save.
Booed the fuck out of Michaels.
Yeah, they didn't like Michaels, but then obviously Jericho came out, the hometown Canadian hero, got a big pop. Nash made the save, and then Austin didn't like everybody brawling. So he says, right, I can't change the match. Goldberg, Triple H, but I can add to it, and he adds Randy Orton, Chris Jericho, Shawn Michaels, Kevin Nash into that match. It's going to be a 6-way no DQ match, and it's going to be inside the Elimination Chamber. So that's your match at SummerSlam.
It needed it. If Triple H is truly hurt and we know what Goldberg's like, it needed this.
Yeah, and then Ric Flair got back in the ring just to get another spear done to him. And then Orton started getting battered. We went for a commercial break. We came back. There was some guy in the crowd talking about his new show that's happening after Raw. Randy Orton's still in the ring. He gets lifted up by Nash and chucked out. Then Jericho comes back out and attacks Nash, and Nash batters him and hits the jackknife, and Orton is on the outside, dead. And then you've got Shawn Michaels and Kevin Nash celebrating.
If you think of it, you're losing Kane for Nash, you're losing Van Damme for Jericho, and you're losing, who's the other guy that got it to this match? Goldberg. You're losing Goldberg. I mean, for Booker T.
Orton and Goldberg are in.
Like in terms of
and Kane as well.
In terms of like star power, this match is probably better. Like Goldberg Nash over those guys, but.
So wait, hold on. So you're from the Elimination Chamber originally on Raw. You're losing Booker T, RVD, and Kane,
and you're getting Orton, Nash, and Goldberg.
That's it's a bit of a tie.
It is a bit of a tie, but I do think Nash and Goldberg's name value weighs more than like Van Damme and Booker T. Well, no, it's close.
I don't know. I actually think the original lineup. Goldberg definitely feels like a bigger deal, but for me, Kane is better than Nash.
Yes.
And
it's close.
RVD's better than Orton.
Yeah, no, it's close. But obviously,
and Booker T's better than Orton, but Goldberg probably feels like the bigger star at them all. So
yeah. Triple H then tells Bischoff, "Well, you know what? I want everything changed because that's no right. I'm not defending that." And he's like, "Well, I can't do it. It's out of my hands." He's like, "Well, guess what? Tonight's out of my hands, dickhead. Yeah, I'm not coming out there.
You're on your own against Shane McMahon."
Fuck you.
Right, then we got a women's title match. Trish versus Molly Holly. Not quite sure why Trish is getting it, but yeah, that's sort of just happened back in the day. People just got title matches, and it was quick and it was good, and you got them every single week. And you know, someone didn't have to jump through a million hoops to get like. See nowadays, yeah, someone has to win like 8 weeks worth of matches to get a US title shot. It's like fuck that. Anyway, Trish versus Molly Holly. Victoria comes out, causes a DQ, does a slam on Trish on the outside, looked a bit nasty. I think Trish kind of landed half on the mat and half on Victoria's leg.
Victoria fucked her leg.
Yeah, then Victoria's limping around, and Gail Kim runs out to make the save and takes care of Molly Holly and Victoria, and then starts battering Trish Stratus. So, not sure what's happening here. Maybe she blames Trish on costing her the title. She did kind of ruin her unbeaten streak, so we'll see.
No, we will see, but again, Molly Holly, I mean, Gail Kim runs out, and you're thinking, right, well, she's going to make the save. then ends up turning on us. I know a bit early to turn Gail Kim.
Maybe they just didn't think the face run was working.
Well, I mean, it wasn't. The heel run, we'll see. Anyway.
Right, Shane then attacks the police van. He's trying to get at Kane, but the police are dragging him away, so there you go. Shane can't get to Kane.
Lance Storm then says, I'm boring. Loudest pop of the night, by the way, when he appeared on screen, because they're in Canada. Well, I say loudest pop of the night. Loudest pop I've ever heard for Lance Storm. He says, I need some guy for help, because you are anything but boring. You're the opposite. It's gold. Let's. And he's like slapping Lance Storm's arse. And I mean, it's funny, but again, in hindsight, these two are a bit fucking weird in 2025. And
yeah, I mean, if Goldust asked Lance Storm to massage his groin, I'd accept that.
Yeah. Boring. Anyway, Bischoff then runs over and he says, oh, officers died. Shane battered them, man. And you know what? Looking at his punches, I fucking believe it. Shane could have fucking laid them all out.
Left them in a bloody heap.
And then...
No dreadlocks.
What's Bischoff going to do? He must want a word with Kane. Up next, Rob Van Dam versus Chris Jericho. Again, this match, absolutely brilliant because it is Rob Van Dam versus Chris Jericho. I mean, you can't really get a bad match out of these two, can't you? No, there was one or two botches that I noticed, but you send these two, they're not going to have a bad match.
No. RVD wins with a split leg at Moonsault. Didn't really see that coming.
No, but I guess Rob Van Dam going into the match against Kane at SummerSlam, he does need a bit more momentum per se than Jericho does. But here, looking forward to it. Then after the match, actually, was it before this or was it after? I know it was after. Sorry, Jericho post-match, it was conspiracy. Fuck you guys, Nash. I want you, hair versus hair. And it's like, yo, I'm not saying this feud between Jericho and Nash is good, right? But at least there's like a massive stipulation. When was the last time there was stipulations in wrestling? Like just like something that you felt like it mattered. Like, fuck, I need to watch that match.
Never.
Honestly, man, it's just like, and it's the fact that both these guys, like, one of them's going to get shaved bald. Like that's enough intrigue in its own. It's like, see as shite as wrestling is today, right? See if Roman Reigns was taking on like Seth Rollins in a hair versus hair match, would you not be a bit more intrigued than you normally would?
Yeah, because you know you're getting like an outcome that is going to be a bit different from what we normally see. There's something actually at stake rather than just a win or a loss.
Yep. Anyway, main event time, Eric Bischoff versus Shane McMahon. Bischoff comes down with his wee punching bag thing and he gives the
shows off his karate actually. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mess with Bischoff. Like,
yeah. Now what happens here is Shane comes out now. They're half in street clothes, but Shane McMahon is... I say, man, it is street clothes for Shane, but I associate street clothes like more with like a street fight attire, where it's like it's like a denim look almost, with like their elbow pads. But Shane was literally just coming out here for a fucking brawl, and that's what he did. So they get into it. Shane dances about. Bischoff kicks him down 3 times in a row, and it's almost like these kicks wind at Shane. I thought Shane was selling them too much, but then he spears Bischoff down. Bang, 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 bang. I mean, it's just like about 20 odd punches in a row here for Shane. Bischoff's nose is busted open. Dun 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 dun. Here comes Kane, slow chemical. Batters the fuck out of Shane McMahon after he gets busted open himself. Rips open the steel steps, puts him down. Tombstone. Flyers him into the ring. Bischoff pins Shane. Bischoff celebrating like fuck. He's high fiving
Kane was busted. Bischoff was busted. The guy that got dropped on his head though was alright.
Yeah, no, I mean it was a bit weird. There was a really lackey Austin on this show, wasn't there?
Yeah, we only really seen Austin twice I can recall really. Well, 3 times.
Yeah, I thought this Raw was weird.
Yeah, listen, it was. I like the ending. Kane coming out, battering Shane. I mean the offense was pretty cool as well, where Kane just overpowers him. But I didn't think it was that good of a Raw. I mean it was. Listen, it was. I just got higher standards for this era, and I expect better. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I thought it was decent, but I don't know. Kind of just.
I think the way Eric Bischoff was treating Shane McMahon was embarrassing.
Yeah.
As if he was like, it was almost like
Although I kind of get it because Shane's pissed off and angry, and Bischoff thinks Shane's going to take all that. I think under
when did he do it against Austin?
True, but I think under normal circumstances, like he wouldn't have been that bored. I think it's more the fact.
No, yes, I do accept that, but the way Bischoff was going around like recruiting help and scared for his life was as if he was taking on Kane tonight, and he wasn't because he was getting Kane's help. Anyway, rating time, I'll give it 5.
I'll give it a 6.
It's 5.5 out of 10. Anyway, guys, leave your thoughts down below. Till next time. Peace.